Under the slogan, Be Built for Change, the students participated in a variety of activities to raise awareness of the main issues and fundraise in the process too. An art competition offered another outlet, with the themes interpreted in a creative way.
This year we wanted to focus on women's achievements, and we wanted to provide the students with positive role models. So out in the patio we have images of women in science, astronauts, musicians, athletes, and we wanted to promote how women do achieve very well in different fields, and that really the sky's the limit.
So what would you say are the main issues for women in Gibraltar and indirectly for students here at Westside?
I suppose that in the Western world, the main concerns are the gender wage gap. I think it's very important for women to be part of the decision-making process, and therefore women in politics is a key issue. And we know that in the UK there is a 50-50 Parliament campaign. So I think it's allowing women to have a voice, to be part of processes from which perhaps they might not participate very readily in, and bringing the female perspective to the table.
The occasion not only aimed to mark and commemorate achievements in history, but also look to the future and to the changing of attitudes. Speaking at an assembly at the school, the Minister for Equality said education was vital to encourage young adults to make a positive difference.
What the schools have organised today is an absolutely wonderful initiative, because it means that the conversation keeps on going. And while the issues that are relevant today may not be the same issues that were relevant 100 years ago, there will still be remaining predominant issues. So we have to make sure that we are looking at them, that we're considering them, so that no new issues arise as well. So it's important to keep the conversation going and to mark this day.
Ms. Sacramento also announced a working group to look at the gender pay gap in Gibraltar, saying her ministry was considering the issues that may lead to gender inequality and adopting policies and legislation to reflect this.
At the moment, what we're looking at is we are consolidating the data that we have available, and then the next step will be to gather more information so that we can look at the panorama, we can get a true snapshot of the position in Gibraltar. Once we know that, then we'll be in a position to take further steps. There are other predominant issues that we're looking at, such as domestic abuse, which on the whole affects women to a greater extent than it affects men. But really on the whole what we're doing is looking at education, empowerment, awareness, and it's about events such as this, and in fact the social calendar is overflowing with events today, and it's so great to see the general movement moving and the day being marked and the whole awareness being created.
There were moving addresses from students from Westside and Bayside who highlighted the issues important to them.
Well, like I said in my speech, for me, International Women's Day is very important because there's still so much work to be done worldwide in terms of moving towards a more equal society between genders, and I just thought today it would be a great opportunity for me to speak very openly, because I think another important part of International Women's Day is sort of encouraging men to speak about what they think of women and sort of give our positions on, for example, these issues that affect women so greatly that perhaps we haven't experienced personally. But I think the empathy and understanding that sort of comes with this role is what I was trying to bring today as a representative for Bayside.
The winners of the art competition were also announced, with Isabella Fisher taking the top prize for a striking image.
I just did basic features to get as many different women as possible, and that's why she had tape around her mouth, to show that she's taken it off, to show that after 8 years women have come out more and we can speak. But then there's that part that's still in black and white, that she's still, there's still that different, it's not equal between men and women.
The day has been marked here at the school for the last few years, with numerous initiatives organised to make sure the main messages are understood and taken to heart.